2026, and we're starting the year really well, weirdly, right? So we are here, Alabama International Dragway. I love this place. Jason Collins and his family from Promax, they own this place. And there's a lot of radio racing that happens here. I love this place. They do like a lot of nighttime runs and stuff. It's a quarter-mile track in Alabama, right? It's about 2 hours from Fuel Tech. And what we're doing here on this, it's not cloud, it's actually fog. Like this is, what day is today? Today is a Wednesday. So it's a Wednesday morning on Alabama. And we're here to do some testing. So this is the second time of this car at the track. First time, we were kind of nuts. We went straight to the race. We went to Snowbirds, Braden Motorsports Park. Man, I had a lot of fun, but it's a gunfight. And just to be honest, we brought a knife, right? So we're trying to, shave this thing down and sharp the edges and see if this at least can become a sword or something like that. So we're testing today. I really hope this fog clears out really soon because it's kind of damp. So it needs to dry out, right? So we need to dry this out. I got lucky. I don't think anyone is around. It's going to be just us today. So we're going to try to do some stuff. I will run through the changes as it goes. Okay, so I'm not going to spoil you guys and tell everything now. So I will run through the changes, but we did some changes. We changed power management. We changed power making, and we changed transmission stuff, right? So we work with the same group of people from the first race. So Hartz Turbo, Mark Meek transmissions, Proline engine on this beast, Fuel Tech FT700. But now we already have released the FT Spark, the new generation. I still have on this car, so you guys are gonna see this deal working at the track. And I hope we'll have a really good day, but this is a race car. I don't know. So at this moment, it's a big question mark. You guys gonna know really soon. I'm gonna spend the whole day here and do a compact for you guys so you guys see what we do on a test day on a pro mod. And in about 2-3 weeks, we're back to Bradenton for US Nationals, the second race of the winter series. So come with me, let's warm up this baby and start some testing in some hours. It's gonna take a couple hours to clear this up. I'll take it. I think the changes are promising. First lap, easy lap, right? It was a slow poke. We didn't lap with all the power that it has, but I did try to make a mix and match from what we had in the car and what we could do with the car. And just to be honest, it was a little surprising. 937 60 foot. That's really good for a turbo car. I'm gonna tell you that. Now we have some data, right? So I can clearly see stuff. And then I can try to understand what happens, how it happens, and what we need to do. I'm just curious, how much boost did he made? Whoo! Okay, so this is one of the things that we've been working on. So number one, we put a E-gate in the charge pipes, right? So we're trying to manipulate boost through the charge pipe. Number two, my buddies from Hartz, they found some ways to gain power from the same rule package. So we gained some boost, guys. Right now, this thing is pushing 72 pounds of boost. And I was able to achieve 72 pounds in 1.8 seconds. So this thing did, right, a full boost, 72 pounds. That's a substantial increase in power, right? And overall, it was a really good run. It wasn't as lazy as I thought it would be. It pulled really hard. We had like a plot to manipulate the power, so it wasn't as fast as it could. But I can tell you this, it was a really good run. So we're going to look at the data, we're going to look at the car, we're going to cool off the car here, obviously. And let's go from there and do another one. We're going to keep digging pretty much 330, right? So pretty much 100 meters, like we say in Brazil, right? 330 feet to get the car to be competitive. My goal is to be able to go 245 or better to the 330. If I can go a 45 or better to the 330, I think the car is competitive. Right now, we just did a 49. So 937 249, right? So we just did two numbers. Oh, I'm sorry. Two numbers quicker to the 330, right? So we went 51 to go a 68. So this automatically would put us on a 66 lap if I go all the back, but it's making more power. My guess is if this was a full lap, 365, right? So not enough. Remember, to qualify, we need to go quicker than a 62. So even if 368 is a beautiful number, 365 is a beautiful number, we ain't happy until we go a 61 or faster, right? Not necessarily today, but at the race and through it. So like, let's do it. Okay, T2. Things didn't work as planned. Not sure what happened there. The car developed a boost surge on the two-step, so we left with less power than it should, and the result of that is like it stopped the tire. So once you stop the tire, the car will rotate to the right. Big tire cars, they have, not just big tire cars, but like highly powerful vehicles. They have what we call rear steer. And in particular, big tire slick cars, if the car does a good run, the tire is spinning to some extent for a period of time, and it goes in a straight line. If it dead hooks the tire, doesn't have that initial spin, the car is actually set up to go to the right. And that's exactly what it does. So this is what happened on this lap. The car dead hook on the leaf and move to the right. So we start going on a straight line towards the wall, right? So at that point, the car was actually correct, and it was actually trying to do a good lap, right? But like you can do it, like the wheels is slightly off the ground, you can't drive it. So it's useless run anyway. So I abort the run. We're gonna try to figure out why he's doing this. Hey, T3. Actually, the car's behaving really well. Now you went at 9:45.60, so we're getting there, right? So let's recap. First one, we put something that we thought was a good concept based on what we had. The car we did really well. It was the first lap of the day here at the track as well. Short run is slow after the 60, right, on purpose. Second lap was trying to manage the 60 a little on the hit. It kind of bite us on the ass on that one, and it stopped the tire. I had to abort the run. Second one, I kind of put it back the leaf, but I was trying to get some more tire speed, and it did, okay? So it went 9:45 with way more tire speed. That's what we want. We want to keep the tire around. But now was too much. So let me show you guys. Can you guys see the screen here? Really quick. So basic numbers, right? So what the graphic means. This purple line is the G meter, okay? G meter doesn't look bad. It jumps up. There's a small swing when it hits the wheelie bar. It stays fairly nice there, but this is the deal. It's too pushy, right? It can't go that flat for so long. We need to kind of slow down a little. Let the tire relax for a second so it can finally grab. If you see the drive shaft on the bottom, that's what kind of show. It is a touch slow here, right? It touch slow, and it tries to climb too quick toward my target. See my target? And it hits the target, but it hits kind of delayed. Problem is, the car doesn't have ground speed. So the tire is getting away from us. You can see it's going away. It's already going faster than it should. So the tire is spinning on the top of the track. And at some point, usually the tire wins, and that's what happened. You shook the tires, I let it go. But if you see, G meter drop on the shake and it started going uphill. So it was actually going after the tire. But it's kind of pointless to kind of do this. We test it, right? So I decided to shut off. But the car is actually, I think it's going to recoup. I think this lap, if it was a real lap, I could kept going. We need to still speed up a little by half a second, and then we can slow down after that so we can actually grab the tire. Let's see if we can mix and match and do a better lap overall.
I tear them open. They move in perfect circles.
C4, man, it's like every run it's a bittersweet run. It does some good stuff, some bad stuff. So like another good 60, 941. That's the second best 60, right? 941. We are getting close, managing the power there. The car actually did accept it, but there was one problem. Around a half a second to run, it was a little slower, and it did stuck the tire slightly, and it drove right. Once it drives right, again, wheels are off the ground. She drove right towards the wall, and I assess inside the car, I won't make it. I won't be able to have the tires on the ground early enough to bring it back, so let's just shut off, right? But she was making the trip. G-meter stays up. It never goes back down until I shut off the car, right? So she made a 941. She went about 1.15 into the run, and then I let off, right? So this is what happened. Just a curiosity. The turbo is doing everything it can, right? So it made 63 pounds of boost by 112, and you can see the line going straight hill. So if we were able to stay straight, I think the car would stay on the run, and then we would see, all the way to 70 pounds plus and see what it could do to the front split on the 330. We're going to do a little more tweaks here and there. Try to keep speeding up the car early, right? It's too slow early. Track's crazy tight. We're learning where the converter wants to go, so there's a lot of knowledge being gained, and she's getting close to do a good lap. Day one of take two is over. Sometimes you have the bug, sometimes you the windshield, and I guess with the bug today. Jokes aside, it was actually really useful. The craziest thing? We didn't do a full lap, okay? We did a half track and we did 5 attempts. It's data. Every time you do a leave, you learn something about the car. The first thing that I'm learning now is all the changes that we did, 100% of the changes on the right direction. The worst 60 foot of the car, when I abort before the end of this was a 958. It never been there, right? We were as fast as a 937. For a turbo car is amazing. Problem is, we need to learn how to connect. The car is not getting enough power, about half a second into 1 second, to stay on the tire, and it's actually rotating. It's making the lap. I am shutting off the car, but it's rotating the car. So we're gonna take all the knowledge that we got. We're gonna have a little time to think about it and get this guy freshen up. We're gonna check everything on the car. We're gonna make sure everything is okay. And we will try to come back and test again, or test at the race, because Monday morning we'll be there. So for me, 10 days, 15 days, couple weeks, something like that. For you guys, just a couple minutes. You guys gonna see this thing back at the track. So today, great improvement. 60 foot, best ever. Front split, kind of. Turbos, big thumbs up. I can't wait to do a clean lap and see how fast she can be out the back, because I guarantee you, when this aligns and goes straight, it's gonna be fast, fast, fast. Okay, see you guys in some seconds. Okay, we just came. You guys see, like, it was really quick. So from still Alabama through Georgia, we got the craziest snow ever. I made quick videos, whatever. It's not about this. And then we went to Bradenton. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We finished the last section, finishing the testing. That wasn't perfect. It was good, but it wasn't perfect, right? And I told you guys, some days you are the windshield, sometimes you are the bug, right? Today I think we're the windshield, bud. So first rip in Bradenton, the car goes straight down the track, 246 to the middle, best 330 of the car ever, and 359 to the 8 miles. So if we can keep our stuff on the correct path, I have a good feeling now we can qualify, bud.
Yeah, yep.
I think we have a good feeling. Yeah, I think it's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. I'm happy as hell. So, okay, ups and downs of drag racing, right? First time here, didn't qualify, was good because we put this thing together really quick. Then we went to Steel, Alabama. We made our mistakes, but we improved, and now we came to Bradenton. Today is Monday, is the first day. Monday, first day, first lap, I don't know. 3 or 4 cars went down the track before us, and we went out there and just like 950, 246, 359, 220 miles out of a non-lockup turbo car. I can see my buddy here that don't like turbos. He's already smiling.
Yeah, I don't like turbos.
Okay.
But it's powerful.
I can tell you this, I like anything that's fast, okay? So like that thing is fast, I'm digging it, okay? I'm digging, okay, we're gonna keep track. And I'm doing this on my cell phone because like my guys from media, they couldn't be here today on Monday. It's a week-long deal. They will come back, so the video quality is gonna go up. But like, let's see if we can make this thing faster, qualify, go some rounds, and it is what it is. Finishing testing today, so end of the day, we only did that run, okay? Why? This is why. So it got a little sporty, okay? And we saw on the spark plug. Let me see if I can get the spark plug for you guys. Here you go. You can see. This guy is fine. It's actually being used. You know, he's making steam. I'm gonna jump. This is fine. It's being used. That fine is being used. But look at this guy here. Ooh. Sporty. Okay. So this is what happened. The plug is the ultimate sensor, right? So that plug told us that we made too hard of a push on this guy, and that's what happened. So we end up stretching a valve. Philip, you see where's the valve is? Right there. Okay. Okay. So he stretched the valve. You guys may not be able to see, okay? You guys not be able to see, but the valve pulled. Okay, so the very tip, the head, right? The head, it got soft from the heat, and the spring pushed from inside. So when that happens, it makes it fragile right here. So in not many runs, it would break the head and drop. So what we did is we took the engine apart, as you guys can see. The whole thing is apart here. We checked the whole motor and we found that valve stretched, so we replaced that valve. And right here, you got some slack. Wrist pin and rod, there's some slack. Hard to show. Look at that.
Hey, Felipe, youtuber agora?
Yeah, I have my buddy from Brazil, you see?
Tem cara trabalhando e o outro filmando.
I'm gonna put some translation so you guys understand what they say. Okay, so we did 2 test runs and oh, here it goes. Pipe came out. So second run, some stuff worked, some stuff did not work. So as you guys can see, Felipe went across the street to find a welder. Our charge pipe, you can see this thing? Charge pipe goes here. We found a large crack, so that justifies our boost loss through the run. So that's tricky. I had Dustin from Horse Turbo, this turbo, and Horse Charger, right? So he was here just checking up on us. These are the turbos that he makes, right? So that's cool to see like a manufacturer at the track, and I can see that for MRB that does the FT injector and the fuel pack itself, right? That does the ECU. So we are right here at the track talking to racers, talking to people that use this stuff, making sure everything is okay. So Dustin was here just making sure he makes this turbo. He knows what he needs, right? So Chris Jones just doing an overall check. He look with me on the log over there trying to see boost, back pressure, the relationship in between them, and turbo speeds and stuff like that. We have all the sensors on the car, and check's good. I think we're good to go. We're gonna fix this, and we only have about 40 minutes to be on the lane, so I hope we can weld and put it back together in 40 minutes to do the third run of the week, second of the day. See if our boost leak is okay, fixed. If that's okay, let's see what the car can do. So far we did 2 good runs, 59 off the trailer. Then I back it out a little just to see how it behaves and went to 65. If we make this run, I'm gonna try to speed up. Let's see what it does, right? So end of the day, let's see if we can close the day with a good run. Just early pre-check before the pass, we figure out that there was a crack here on the blow-off flange, like pretty large, actually, like almost 3-inch wide from here to here. Just clean it down, almost ready to weld. We're just waiting on somebody to help us with this.
Tense moments. Lanes closed, right? So we got to the lanes, but we were fixing the last, minute hiccup that we have. So the guys welded. Our condo did the most beautiful weld that I've seen in my life. Not, but it's gonna stay. It's better than do JB weld. So we do what we have to do so we can make this lap, right? So we do this lap, we make this pretty later. Don't worry. It's a race car, right? So the lanes are all the way up there, back there. We got there before 5, that was good. I had to talk to my guys just to make sure that they can see me because they were blocking the lanes by the end of the lane. People are running. I guess it's gonna be a full hour to finish all of this. So it's 5:02 right now or something like that. So we should be running up to 6. Let's see how it goes. We're testing some stuff still. So let's see how it plays out.
Hell yeah!
Crack-a-lacking, guys. Get you a new hoodie, Fueltech.net.
Is that you pedaling it right there at the end?
At the end, yeah. Oh, well, it's the chassis twisting on my foot. It hurt my foot. This is not me. This is the chassis.
Okay.
It hurts on both feet.
Well, I was like, that's a very light movement of trying to pedal something.
Ain't me. I'm doing like this, and the chassis is doing this. I'm not joking. Like a hind joints are this big, just broke.
Yeah.
How much force you think it needs to break this shit? So like, it is aggressive. Aggressive touch shape.
And how many G's is that? No.
So today is the end of day 2, Thursday attempt, and tomorrow we're going to Wednesday, day 3, and we are scheduled to have 2 runs tomorrow. So we're gonna try to do 2 runs tomorrow, and qualifying starts on Thursday. So we're gathering data. We learned a lot so far. The car being really quick. Now we need to compile all together, keep digging, so we can try to show what we learned on Thursday. Thursday is the day. So this bottom bar, right? When the wheelie bar touches, it goes up. This bar tries to be pulled out, and that's why you guys see the hind joint open up. It was so aggressively trying to stay on the wheelie bar that it pulled that so strong this way that open up. That one is also hurt. Those two on the top, they fine, right? But the ones on the bottom, they hurt. So we're gonna work on changing those. The bars actually look okay. The hind joints couldn't take the stress of trying to wheelie so aggressively, right? So that's what happened to those two guys. At least not the wheelie bar, that would be harder. Hind joints, we'll find some hind joints, put it in.
No one's gonna shed a tear. No need to shout. Just to stand aside.
Have a brand new set of wheelie bars, guys. Okay.
Yeah, brand new.
Let's see what tomorrow holds.
Brand new, it's like, yeah, awkward. Yeah. Wednesday morning here in the meeting with my guys from Brazil, and we setting up this baby to do another lap. So today's the last day of testing. They already scheduled us for 2 laps. They should be calling us to the lanes in about half an hour. We're gonna try to be one of the first ones out there. And we're trying to mix and match what we learned on the previous days. See if the car gets a little better somewhere into the run. The whole goal is for tomorrow, have a package. And that package on Q1 to be a solid run to try to put us in on the field straight up on Q1, right? So we move some weights. The car is showing to be a little nose light. So we move some weight from the back of the car to the nose of the car, about 12 pounds. We make some shock adjustments. I work with Kinetic, Chris Bell from Kinetic. That's the shocks that I have on the car. Great guy to deal with. We went on the phone, showed him some graphs. He gave me some tips and hints where we should be heading as we try to get the car to go faster. So as now, we did a really good 59 lap, but we also did 2 laps after that where we improved the car in specific points of the run. On purpose, we were not pushing on parts that we felt like we shouldn't be pushing yet. So we already have potentially a 57 run on the car. We just need to put it all together. So this morning we're gonna try to improve a little more above what we learned. Not necessarily go a really low ET right now on this session, but to have the car to be better somewhere at the track, right? So remember, the goal is not to do like the perfect run today. It is to do the perfect run tomorrow. So 2 runs today. Let's try to be safe with the vehicle, improve somewhere, go quicker overall.
Is it desire? Or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire. 'Cause your love only gets me abused. Is it desire? Or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire. 'Cause your love only gets me abused. Am I enough?
Just to put in perspective, right guys? It's not the best 60, but it's the best 330. That tells you that's the best front split of the car so far, right? And the back split, I was easy on purpose, right? So like she did a 61 at 214, easy peasy. It was actually pretty cool. It felt like a nice wheelie half track. Let's pull it out. Good job, guys.
Or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire. 'Cause your love only gets me abused. Is it desire? Or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire.
Well, testing is over. We learned a lot. We get some good moments and some not that good moments. But again, we learned a lot. So that was T5. We made 5 laps in 3 days. That's funny. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh boy, that's... Well, that was a turbo core on the chip for a long time. I bet that transmission is blowing red. Like that's off. But like, let's go back to this. 3 days, 5 runs. Like that's a lot of work for only 5 runs. But like we learn a lot. The car is doing a lot of good runs, and we're trying stuff with this. On this lap, a couple of things happened that we didn't plan, but we learned with it. Tire speed on the lead was too slow, right? So when that happens, 2 bad things happen. Number 1, 60. The 60 foot is just too slow. But then you kind of like a rubber band. You kind of rubber band the converter, and when the converter finally gets power, it spins the tire too much, right? The car actually held to it, wasn't bad. But then I'm trying to find a better front split. So I sped up on the middle, too much for the track, okay? So we learn, we fix, and tomorrow, 3:15, we do Q1. So we're gonna try to learn from it and try to do a good Q1. So we have a good run from Alabama, a 65, a 61, and a 59. We're gonna put all in the pot and see if it goes. So Q1 tomorrow, 3:15. We should be about 10 per out, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. See if we can go bottom 60, high 50, solid qualification run. And it is time, guys. We heading to the lane for Q1. They just call us. So we are the 10th pair on the right lane. Crazy it is. My buddy Roger is actually the 11th pair on the right lane. So he's gonna run right behind me. So just gonna push to the lanes right here. We're fairly close. The guys are right there. I believe it's 3:30 now. So give another 15 minutes, should be down the track, and let's see what we can do on Q1. We're looking for a solid A to B, low 60 run. If it goes low 60, solid run, it's a good start. The weather is nowhere near testing, so it will be tricky for everyone. It's almost like testing is almost useless. All right, so let's see if we can get a handle of the track really quick, because the track now is completely different.
Temperature got.
Então não sei o que é, mas é nítido, tá? Fez uma vez, fez pior, agora fez muito mais. Tá cada vez pior, tá? No ar eu botei e deixei, no que ele caiu ele já voltou um pouquinho e foi meio... Tentei não continuar indo pra esquerda, né? Só que é foda, ele já começou a caminhar pra esquerda. Ai, caralho, volta, não percurso maior, né? Então eu não sei o que aconteceu aqui, mas tem 2 coisas acontecendo. Número 1, o motor tá fraco. Número 2, a transmissão não tá passando pro chão.
The car behaved like I wanted to a couple parts of the run, but not all the parts of the run. And I'm looking at the log here. It make a little less boost, so we're gonna ID if there's a boost leak. But the motor, besides being a little down on power, I also have my drive shaft way lower than it should, like the transmission is slipping. So more likely gonna take the transmission out and try to understand what's going on. It's easier to take it apart, check, measure everything, put it back together if you don't find anything, then going again, because it looks to be getting worse, right? Transferring power to the ground. So it was a solid run. It's not the best, but as now, I believe we are, I don't know, 68, and the top qualifier is a 60 flat. Ain't terrible, but we need to improve. 68 ain't gonna cut for the whole deal. So we're gonna work on the car, understand what happened, and try to go back again quicker tomorrow. Thursday night, we did our Q1. He actually made a lap, but it wasn't the lap that we wanted. The car ended up going 368 at 210. That's actually the worst run of the whole week, right? And it is worse than our test in Alabama. And it's borderline the same as the run on the previous race. So inside the car, I could feel it. Like you guys can see the run there. The car left slow. He tried to pick it up. He actually pulled the front end up. And he wheeled to the right, so it wasn't like a nice, smooth run. But he went there, I could stay in it, made it run 68 at 210. Not quick, not fast, right? When I shut off the car when I'm rolling back, I could hear a noise coming from the back, this guy here. We stopped the car, pushed him back to the trailer, came here. I couldn't even turn my wheels. My wheels are locked up. So that's what we have right here. Like, this guy's locked up, right? I have about 12 attempts on this intersection, and when I was talking to my guys, this is a 486 10-inch gear, and for this kind of power level, remember, we're doing 4,000 to 5,000 horsepower. I don't even know because we didn't dyno full power. This gear does not last long. The pinion, so there's the ring, there's the pinion. The pinion, the teeth and the pinion start to fold. When they start to fold, it takes the backlash away. So the gap in between the pinion and the ring goes away. When it goes away, this guy gets stuck. So the guy spare, the guys from Quick Performance, great guys to deal with, they have shipped the spare here to the track. So we got lucky on combining all of this. So I got my spare, slightly different gear, 471. I'm gonna put the spare in. The guys are working on it. We're finishing this. So we're putting the spare in it. But we have another problem. The car did not make much power. So this was holding, just like hauling a trailer on the back of the car. But the motor was down on power. So let's go there and talk a little bit about that. Okay, you guys can see wheels are off. The guy is still working. Transmission cold by now. FT700 over there. We have the motor here. I don't know if it was ever clear. This is a great engine, but it's pretty old. This is an Alan Johnson base Proline Racing MH4. And for the guys that know Proline, right now, the extra generation is the MH8. This thing is 4 generations behind. I believe was built in 2017. So it's a pretty old engine. Another thing that happened is, it's a 521. It's a small Hennessy 8, 521 communications. So something happened. I don't know what happened. Everything seems to be okay. Turbos are spinning, right? Turbos are good. Both sides turbos feel good. We couldn't find no leaks. But we've been trying to manipulate the boost only on the two-step because the turbos are too large for this engine. Something happened, I'm not really sure. He only made 17 pounds of boost on the two-step. Usually does 25, 30. And it took forever to build boost. So my boost was delayed. By 1 second, I should be seeing 75 pounds. It was only 50. So the motor had the power, but it took a long time to get in. So that was one of the reasons that wheelie. Because if it was stronger early, it wouldn't have a wheel. So we're working on it. We're playing with the E-gate. We're playing with the pneumatic valves. We're trying a lot of stuff here. We're gonna finish doing the rear. Everything else cooled off. We're gonna crank the car. We're gonna spool the pit tonight in the field. I'm gonna spool, make sure that things work. Because tomorrow is Q2. Q2, more likely is the best shot we have, because Q3 gonna be during the day, and if Q4 happens, also during the day. So tomorrow we ain't gonna hold back. I'm gonna put something in the car that I believe is gonna go 3.5 something, because it has to. If we don't go 3.5 something, more like we won't qualify. So that's the goal. There's not many chances. Something fail on Q1. We found one, trying to find another thing. And if everything goes all right, tomorrow, Q1, I believe we're the 12th pair or something like that. We're gonna attempt to go 3.5s. After that's gonna be really tough, guys. But we're still gonna keep digging. So let's pull in a second. This part's called yoke, right? So it goes by the spline on the rear, the pinion shaft, right? So this is where you attach your drive shaft. In between the two third members that we have, that thing wasn't exactly the same, and because of that, how you attach the drive shaft is not the same. One of them is missing that, so we're just swapping between the houses. Friday morning, we're about to do the second round of qualifying. As you guys saw, last night wasn't crazy late, but it wasn't an early night. We found a bunch of leaks everywhere. It was leaking on the charge pipe, was leaking on exhaust. So we lost a lot of boost on Q1. The car was slow everywhere, went 68 at 210. And also we broke the ring and pinion, right? Breaking is a strong word, like it got into a mess. It looks like the pinion teeth folded and then it crushes into the ring, takes the backlash away. Like you could not spin that thing by hand by any means. It was stuck, right? So it was about to break, but I can't use anymore and it was holding. So we did a drag racing, right? With less power, pulling a trailer, pretty much what happened on Q1. So car is all fixed, new third member. We found some issues on the manifold, so our header was leaking a lot. We changed the gasket. We did what we could to try to fix. There's small leaks still, but I think it's way better than before. So I'll work last night by myself thinking about this, and I put a tune-up that I can feel. There will be a fast tune-up, maybe a little pushing, okay? I want to go faster, so I'm willing to take that the car doesn't go if it's trying to go too fast. I just don't want to go slow again, because slow won't cut, slow won't qualify. So I'm pushing the car a little, trying to see if the car can go high 50s, low 60s. We need to improve a tenth or so. So we've been 68. This run has to be 61 or quicker, right? If it's not 61 or quicker, we ain't gonna make it. And the further down we go into qualifying, the harder you get. So this is first qualified of the day. They just called the first 5 pairs. I believe we're number 16. And there will be a Q2 that was scheduled to be a 115. I don't think they will ever make it because it's so long in between rounds. The round itself is long. And they messaged us last night that they pushed to 4. So the third round of qualifying should be a similar time as we did yesterday. There's the kicker. If you qualify better, you run later. So it is important not just to do a good run now because it's Q2, but also to have a better chance at Q3. If we do a good run now, we're pushed to the back and we have a greater chance of improving. If we don't do a good run now, we're gonna be one of the first pairs at Q3 where the sun is still up. So there's a lot in play. You guys can see there's a lot of strategy and risk assessment and trying to see what is the best way. And we have about 80 of the best cars ever doing all the same.
all those teams are thinking similar. They're trying to go as fast as they can. They're trying to make it. They already there, they want to improve. They're not there, something happened. They just called the first 5 pairs to the lanes, and we heard like a bunch of names that I guarantee you gonna go deep in the 50s. So the bump is 63, ain't gonna be 63. The bump's gonna be 59 or better, I'm telling you guys. So we're trying to push the car to where we can feel that we are on the top 32 to race on Sunday. So that's the goal. The guys came early in the morning, warm up the car, everything is ready. We're about to put the doors in the front end back in, and as soon as they call us, we go. So I'll guess the next 10 to 15 minutes they're calling us, since we're 16, and we go to see what the car have to offer today.
You'll be able to hook this car up and go safely and straight down the path today.
Front U-joint, so the front U-joint like go in the middle of the burnout. Man, that's sketchy. I don't know if you guys see, but it make a huge hole on my cover, the drive shaft cover, you know, the protection. And at least I got lucky, went to the other side. Middle of the burnout, like a bang. As soon as I hear the bang, I jump on the brake, stop the tires, at least I save it. So the drive shaft actually didn't got damaged, didn't knock it out from the U-joint. I could stop really quick. So that's okay, no major damage, right? Besides the U-joint and some cosmetics on the car. Trying to fix it and then trying to see. I barely started my burnout. I don't know how the rule plays. I'm trying to check with the promoters. Can I go again? Since I didn't went past through the B's, I didn't went past the 3, or if I already moved the tires on the burnout, it counts. I don't know, I'm checking with them. As soon as they let me know, we see if we can try to run on the back, or if we go to Q3 and it is what it is, right? So we're gonna check, and you guys gonna see. Q3. I don't know what to say. This thing is like a fucking surprise box. It didn't do 0 of stuff that we were playing to do. That was funny. I don't know. I'm gonna turn on the ECU, look at the log while we're driving back to try to understand. It had some power out the back, not awesome, but it did something weird. On the brake, it's pull, it was okay, and then out of the blue starts to go backwards. The motor starts to run backwards. Not sure if some of the leaks that we fixed yesterday went back. I don't know. We're gonna check, but like, it feels to me that was too slow early. So he got a little in trouble, shook, drove through the shake, but you lose a lot of numbers there, and he started going after, but it's so slow early, the numbers, right? So the ET sucks. But like it's a run. Let's try to learn. And I don't know if we got lucky, but tomorrow they changed the time. Last qualifiers in the morning, so it's a better time. If it was in the afternoon, I would say like, there's no chance. Since in the morning, we may have a chance. First, we need to figure out why the car's doing this. Why the car's so inconsistent on the leaf. The motor is a small motor, I don't know, it's not happy with this weather. When the weather was good, you know, testing, now the weather is backwards, dear Lord. Suffering. And you can see my other turbo fellow right there, no shoots out. Mark Mickey next to me, same thing. Turbo guys are suffering this week.
the blow-off valves, we believe that maybe they were leaking. Internally, it has like a small little nut that was slightly loose, so a little thread locker there, and now let's see if it makes something better. Saturday morning, we about to do our last qualifier, so that's our last chance. We fighting something on the car that, just to be honest, I haven't seen yet. We truly believe that we have slightly larger turbos than the motor can take it, okay? And let's be honest, this is like experimental turbos, right? These turbos were developed to run without wastegates on the exhaust, so they don't have much drive on the exhaust. What does that mean, Luis? As you guys know, on the turbine, you have the wheel and you have the housing. This particular turbo has a large gap in between the wheel and the housing. That's made so you don't have to have a wastegate and you don't build a lot of back pressure, because back pressure builds heat and take power away. But here's the kicker. This is the only small Hemi, old school Hemi, that's running this kind of turbo. And I was talking to Dustin at Hartz. We have the feeling, we're not 100% sure, that the turbo don't have enough drive and low RPM to do this. So as we were looking at the log, and I can show you guys later, the back pressure is so low that the boost starts to build without much back pressure, so the turbo don't have drive. And as soon as you go on the two-step, the first cylinder that dies takes enough drive that the turbo goes down. The other turbo that didn't stop overcomes and they start surging, and one turbo fights the other one. So last night we worked a little on the E-gate to try to make it open the right amount, to try to leak some air, lose some boost on the two-step, but stay with boost. We achieve a different deal. We're not doing any ignition cuts, so that's the first time we're doing this. No ignition cuts whatsoever, just timing. So just timing, get the timing low, try to keep the drive inside the turbo. But again, during the nighttime when the weather's good, it always spools okay, so last night was okay. This morning, maybe we have a chance because the air is good, but they just postponed an hour because of the fog. We can't race with the fog, the humidity, the track's kind of wet. But like this is the goal. Make sure it spools. When we were testing, when we went 59, 61, the air was amazing. It was negative DA. What that means? The engine behaves as it's larger than it is. Right now, we are positive DA. That means that the motor axis is smaller. And when the motor is smaller, you have less drive into the turbo. So we're fighting that at this moment. I hope it spools. If it stays spools, we have hot tune-up on this thing because we're gonna try hard. We're gonna try to go as fast as we can. If it spools early, I think we have a chance, but it's small. We are right now in the middle of the quickest ever pro mod field in the history of drag racing. The minimum number to be able to try to qualify is 359. There's a lot of people never been 59. This car been 59 once on its life. So that tells me I either do a personal best on this car or I don't qualify. So we try. I'm gonna show the tune-up that I have, maybe after we run, because like they're about to call us, but it is sporty. I have more in it than when we went 59. So if it spools and it takes the tune-up, it may go at 58, 57. But if it doesn't spool or it doesn't take it, we ain't racing. Then need to try. We need to try. So let's wait for them to call us to the lanes and give our best. close, guys. So close. So we did a 362. I didn't even see the speed. What is the speed? I don't even know the speed.
214.
314. We down on power big time. It's leaking everywhere. So we did what we could with what we have. I bet the back split was nowhere near what it should back split. I think it wasn't perfect on the 60. It drove through the shake. It did a good front split, but there was no power to back split. The car just, unfortunately, we limping here. You know, like when manifolds are leaks on a turbo car, you lose 1,000 horsepower, and that's pretty much what we were. So I'm not the happiest guy ever, but I'm gonna tell you this, I'm pretty happy. Like what we accomplished this week was really cool for my team, for the guys that put a lot of effort on this deal, to be able to go 50s, go low 60s, and didn't go out without a good fight, right? So we got this close. So the bumps of 59, we did a 62. Oh boy. Well, on regroup, fix what have to be fixed, and see if you can do a little better next time. Because we ain't giving up. I'm gonna tell you that. We ain't giving up. We have some cars up on our sleeves.
Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah, my anxiety, catch you here for me. Somebody watching me, and my anxiety. Yeah. Oh.
Well, we came to the end of one more adventure, right? So the second time we take this beautiful hot rod to the racetrack, and man, we had a blast. It was such a cool week. We were here, Braden, for the whole week. We drove from Georgia to Florida on Sunday, and today is Saturday. Unfortunately, we achieved our goals partially. We were quick. We went as quick as a 59 at 220 miles. Problem is, that was during testing. Testing does not count. When the weather came around and the car developed some issues that you guys saw how bad it was, man, I cannot believe that I actually drove the car like that. If I knew that I had such bad leaks that were inducing such large flames, flamethrower under the hood, I wouldn't even kept going. I would have stopped, I don't know, by Q2 or something. But you know, I got a little lucky there, because we actually got the car to even go down to a 362 like that. So the car is actually working. We're just missing a lot of power because the turbos are not spooling. We are down almost 20 pounds a beast, okay? So it is what it is, race cars. Sometimes they do what they want to do. Sometimes they do what we want them to do. Sometimes the track doesn't allow you to do. But this week was really cool. It was my personal best on a Pro Mod. I've been quicker only in RVW. I've been 52 on an RVW car, but on a Pro Mod, 59. That's my personal best. 220 miles, it's also my personal best in speed. And this car is also personal best, so like, man, I cannot complain. My guys are pulling the trailer right now, and we're gonna put that baby back in the trailer. So she did what she could, or him, I don't know. It did good. It's a good car. It's an older car. Some stuff we will update, like you guys know, the turbos are badass, but some stuff are a little older. We're running an AMH4, Alan Johnson Proline motor. Nobody even know what is that. It's so old, there's no spare parts. We were using pistons from a different engine just to make it through. So we're gonna see what we can do, because there's one more race on the Winter Series, and I think we can go quicker. I think we could go 57 or something, but we're gonna need to fix some stuff. So we plan on changing the rear gear again to even shorter, 5.0. And we're planning to work on the converter setup. We're planning to fix the manifolds. Some minor stuff, but I think we have a car. I think the car is there. So I'm leaving Bradenton as soon as I can. There's a crazy snowstorm, winter storm, whatever, to Georgia, so everyone is going crazy about it. And I'm actually flying to Brazil in a couple of weeks to the grand opening of the Fiotech Velopark, our racetrack back in Brazil. So you guys are gonna see some footage on some episodes later on to see how cool it is. Automotive and drag racing scene in Brazil. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Then I come back,
I hope this is all ready, and then we test a little if I can, and come back here in about a month or so for the World Series of Pro Mod. This race was the fastest, the quickest field ever, 359.
Easy pair coming up here.
Ain't gonna go slower. At World Series, that bump may be 58, 57, who knows. My personal goal, I wanna go 56. If I do a 56 with this beauty, I think we can prove that this thing still works and we still can hang out with the big bad boys out there. They have all the latest, greatest, and they're really good. If you can get a little closer to them, I'll be happy, right? So, one more race for this beauty. World Series of Pro Mod, Bradenton Motorsports Park. Hello, real parts.
Circle of lies, lights that are dancing above. Together we can breathe in the circle of love. Like the stars.